Strolling home after teaching a science class in the My Lai Un refugee camp on the border of Thailand and Burma, Maria Hesser was met by a frantic friend who was exploding with excitement. She had read Maria's name on the list. Maria's heart quickened, and with a twinge of disbelief, she made her way to the board in the middle of the camp. Rain fell on her cheeks as she saw her name engraved on the board. She looked down and saw her younger sister's name below hers, written in ink that radically changed their lives. With adrenaline pumping through her veins, Maria ran back to her humble home, which was constructed of bamboo and colossal leaves. Each month for the past 19 years, Maria had waited to hear if she would be chosen to lead My Lai Un refugee camp. My Lai Un has thousands of other people with similar stories, the population of around 12,000, and is 99% Karen ethnicity, who are refugees in the camp from their home country of Burma. Maria fled to the camp with their family when she was almost 3 years old. As the Burmese army was burning villages, family's village burned in 1994. Refugees from Burma first arrived on the Thai border in 1984. The Burmese military are brute and are a regime that forces thousands of people to flee their homes due to human rights abuse and religious persecution. Maria Hesser and her family's camp was surrounded by barbed wire and a tall wall with armed Thai men at the entrances, making sure no one could get out. The Thai government said for years that they had no intention of any refugees from Burma to settle in Thailand, meaning the camps were only a temporary home until the refugees could be placed in third countries. Many Thai people have strong prejudice against the refugees, treating them less than human, Maria explained. Theramu Hesser, Maria's father, who recently made it into St. Paul, Minnesota, just 12 months ago, recalling the day that his daughters left the camp to start their new life in the United States. He said, "When my daughters left the van, my heart was so heavy." The rainy season reflected his sadness as he watched the two young girls, along with countless other refugees, leave in a vehicle that was also transporting chickens to Bangkok. He said he went into the bedroom of his daughters in their bamboo home and sat there looking at their items they had left behind. Maria said many people got sick on their long journey over the bumpy hills to Bangkok. Most of them had never left the camp, let alone been in a vehicle. She said their heads were spinning, and that she held her stomach as she imagined her parents, and then imagined the education she would receive in America, and that made it better. Once the girls reached Bangkok, they had a week of training for their new life in America. They taught them American sayings like "excuse me" and how to turn off and on water faucets. But she said the trainings didn't really help, because when she did reach the U.S., she found that every faucet had a different way to turn the water on and off, and some even had automatic sensors, while others you would have to pull or twist. They landed in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and the novelty adventure quickly faded once they finally landed. The August air felt suffocating, and the concrete ground was dry. Maria explained that the first month she was here, she spent many days crying in bed, that she couldn't help it. Now, after navigating the transit system, she was able to start English classes and find work working in a plant nursery. On the airplane, as a care assistant at nursing home, and has hopes to attend the University of Minnesota's nursing program. There are still 400,000 displaced Karen that remain in Burma. Though Maria and her family miss the familiarity of My Lai Un camp, she said there's just so much hope, and we are the lucky ones.